Payton, who has ties to Dallas, is available and looming, and Mike McCarthy has been receiving a lot of criticism after a bad Week 18 loss. The pressure is on Monday night for Dallas to knock off Tom Brady, who the Cowboys have never beaten. Dan, do you think McCarthy is coaching for his job on Monday in Tampa?
I do not. I think that Mike McCarthy has been unrealistic expectations. Mike McCarthy, and Marcus pointed this out the other day, has won 24 games in 2 years. Do you want to know the two teams that have more wins? The Chiefs and the Bills in the NFL. Those are the only two teams. He's got more wins than Matt LaFleur and the Packers. He's got more wins than Nick Sirianni and the Eagles. He's got more wins than Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. And the reality is this, like last year we sat there and said, oh, it's the penalties, and that was fair. They got better with penalties this year. Last year we talked about situational football. You can make the case that they're the best situational football team in the NFL this year. So they've improved in those things. They went 4-1 with the backup quarterback. The only thing that we could have a conversation in regards to when it comes to Mike McCarthy is how much Dak Prescott's play has slipped this year. And it's strictly attached to the interceptions. Are you pinning those on Mike McCarthy? Is that what's going on? You're pinning those on Mike McCarthy? Because I could talk about this for an hour. Are you pinning those on Mike McCarthy? Why do you want to fire him if he loses? Tell me why.
Dan Orlovsky. I say this facetiously because I don't mean it literally. I'm just talking about as it pertains to the subject about the Cowboys. You and Marcus Spears, grow the hell up. Stop being petty. Stop. We ain't talking about what I want. I don't give a damn. I ain't losing no sleep if Mike McCarthy stays on as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. That's not what this is about. This is about what we think will happen if he loses. What we think Jerry Jones might do. That's all this is. You understand? I sleep well at night, no matter how nauseating and disgusting Dallas Cowboy fans can be. No matter what level of joy their misery brings to my life because their team loses, okay? Because I have no greater joy in sports than watching a Cowboy fan miserable over their team. It's a beautiful thing. What to do? We ain't talking about wins and losses. We understand he's won more games than he's lost. We understand the last 2 years they've got to the playoffs. We understand the last 2 years they've had back-to-back 12 or 5 seasons. We also saw them not even be able to get off a play in the final 13 seconds. But a week later, Patrick Mahomes took Kansas City down the field in 14 seconds and put them in field goal range. We saw that. We've lamented the penalties and how that plagued them last season, okay? We also paid attention to this year, and we've seen Dak Prescott throwing interceptions. We see them not being able to get him under control. We've seen Dan Quinn. We get reminded of Dan Quinn and what an exceptional defensive coordinator he is, and what a good job he did as a head coach in taking the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl before blowing a 25-point lead to the New England Patriots. We also know that he's going to be interviewed for head coaching jobs. We also know that he stayed in Dallas.
Dan Quinn's defense has given up 1,000 yards in the last 3 weeks.
Wait a minute. I'm not talking about Dan Quinn over the last several weeks. I'm talking about how he's viewed in NFL circles because I'm telling the truth about that. That's why he's getting interviewed for head coaching jobs. That's why he elected to stay in Dallas, because the belief was he was a coach in waiting. That usually doesn't happen with NFL teams. But guess what? When Wade Phillips was there, who the hell was waiting in the wings? You had Jason Garrett being paid the same salary as Wade Phillips as a coordinator. Am I lying? The fact of the matter is Jerry Jones has done unconventional, unorthodox things throughout history. Usually it leads towards loyalty to guys who are Cowboys. Mike McCarthy was a Green Bay Packer. Mike McCarthy was a Green Bay Packer.
No. Because this is what happens. No, because what you're doing right now is not standing on the words that you said yesterday.
What?
You said that if they lose, they're going to fire Mike McCarthy, and he would deserve to be fired.
So what?
No, because
hold on, wait a minute.
Right now you're saying.
I'm sorry, am I saying something different?
Yes.
I didn't think I was saying something different.
Yes.
No. Hold on.
You just went on some long version soliloquy of saying what we think Jerry Jones is going to do.
Because I'm saying to you, I already said, I'm sorry. My bad, Dan. I didn't think I had to remind you. If Mike McCarthy loses this game this weekend, then you damn right he deserves to be fired.
How does he deserve to get fired?
And I believe he will be.
Well, Stephen A., is it because of the penalties? Is it because of that bad gaffe that they had in the playoff game? Is it because Sean Payton?
All of the above, even though that's not Sean Payton part, because I think Sean Payton wants to be in Los Angeles in the Chargers. Because Brandon Staley's going to get his first five if he loses to Jacksonville.
Dan wants you to list a reason.
Let me say this to you. The reasons that you mentioned, and last but not least, it's not about what you think the job description is. If I'm the owner, I decide what the damn job description is. If I want you to get to the NFC Championship game and you don't do it, I'm going to get somebody who does. If I want you to get to the Super Bowl and you don't do it, I'm going to get somebody who does. If I'm telling you I'm not hiring you to win 12 games in the regular season and that suffices, then that's my condition. Golden rule, ladies and gentlemen, let's educate folks. Golden rule. Those who have the gold make the rules. That's Jerry Jones' rule.
That is not my golden rule.
I didn't say that. That's the golden rule according to Jerry Jones.
Here's the thing, Stephen.
Let me ask you a question. Is there somebody making rules in Dallas other than Jerry Jones?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Thank you.
So when he came out this week and said the outcome of this game does not have any impact on Mike McCarthy's job security.
What did I say?
He said he's lying.
What did I say? I said he's lying. By the way, 105.3, the flagship station,
I'm
for the
texting
Dallas
with him right now
Cowboys,
because they're all
has
mad
called
at
me to come on because evidently they need me to come back on to echo what the hell I said.
But
he's lying.
But here's my thing, Stephen A.
Let Mike McCarthy lose this game Monday night. I promise you, the man gone. I promise you. He gone. And Quinn will be up in there as the head coach before McCarthy stays.
And like I said on your tweet yesterday, he might be fired, but he does not deserve to be fired.
Okay.
Stephen A., let's look at this factually. Okay. Let's just talk about this in facts.
Sure.
Mike McCarthy this year, again, 24 wins the last 2 years, only behind Kansas City and Buffalo, more than anybody else in the NFC. He lost his left tackle, who was a Hall of Famer. He's now lost his right tackle. He lost his franchise quarterback for 5 games. They lost their number 2 receiver for a month to ACL surgery. They've lost their starting nickelback and their starting corner opposite Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, please.
Those don't matter?
Listen, I'm not saying to you that doesn't matter. I'm saying to you it doesn't matter and it can't matter to Jerry Jones. Time running out.
It has to matter.
He's 80. Time running out. He's like, yo, I need somebody that's going to get it done. Can I count on you?
Dan, let me ask you this.
Period.
Dan, let me ask you this. Say Sean Payton wants to go to Dallas, right? Say that's confirmed. He wants to go to Dallas. He's available to take the job. Who would you rather have, Mike McCarthy or Sean Payton?
The guy who's won a Super Bowl, Sean Payton, yes.
Well, Mike McCarthy's won a Super Bowl too. What's up with that?
I think Sean. I'll rephrase that. That's a fair point, Stephen A. Sean Payton's a better football coach, yes.
Thank you. And you fired McCarthy to get Sean Payton, wouldn't you?
I would.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I thought he won the last 2 years. I thought he had back-to-back 12-5 seasons. I mean, what's the problem? Why
I thought Sean Payton wanted to be in LA.
Why get rid of him? Because there's somebody better.
I thought Sean Payton wanted to be in LA.
Excuse me?
I thought Sean Payton wanted to be in LA, according to you.
He did. No. I'm just using the hypothetical that we're talking about.
Okay.
I'm saying the fact of the matter is you care about the fact that he's better. That's the point. It ain't that he won 12 games. Is that you got a better
Judge
option.
Mathis.
You got a better option.
All right. Let me wrap this up and reiterate everyone's position. So Stephen A. is saying that if the Dallas Cowboys lose Monday on ESPN in Tampa, Mike McCarthy should be gone. Dan, you are saying Mike McCarthy should only be gone if Sean Payton is going to take the job for the Dallas Cowboys. Fair?
Correct.
Okay.
And I also think if the Cowboys...
Because I said that Jerry Jones should let him go. I'm saying Jerry Jones should let him go, and he will let him go.
I didn't even mention Jerry Jones when I was reiterating your statement.
You're correct, Molly. And I'd also say this. I think if the Cowboys are able to run the football just a little bit on Monday night, they win.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Perfect.
Sure. But what if they lose?
Okay. Coming up. I think we all need a break. Let's take a break.
I need a break.
I do.
Take one.
Let's take one. Ja put on a show last night. Way